What's going on? Ryan Troy back with another video for you today. And in this video, I'm going to be walking you through how I get the shots to go with my new bows and pearls backdrop pack. Now we're going to shoot on this white. We're going to shoot for the blue backdrop and the black backdrop. So this is the outfit for the blue right here. Yep. And then later on, I'm gonna show you the one for the black. So it's pretty simple. I'm gonna use Evoto to take her out the backdrop, and then we're gonna go ahead on, we're gonna jump into Photoshop, and we're gonna show you how I do it there. Now, I want you to pay attention to the backdrop itself, because that's kind of important when it comes to taking the photos. Now, with these backdrops, it's heavily backlit. So what I wanna do is be able to get some light on the back of her, just to make it make sense when I'm putting it inside of the backdrop. So without further ado, let's get to it. All right, so what I'm doing now is I'm setting my backlights up, and I'm only gonna shoot testing these lights. I got two AD300s, and they're gonna just side light her just to give her that look of popping off of the backdrop. So that's what I'm gonna do now, and then we're gonna switch into getting the main shots or the main lighting for the front. All right, so we got the backlight set up. Now we're gonna come with our main lights. I'm using the big umbrella because I wanna be able to light everything, including her legs. And I'm using the bigger softbox, a 48-inch as well for that same reason. So now we're gonna add all of this together and get the shots to help us when we bring this into Photoshop or Evoto in Photoshop. All right. Yeah, so those two backlights are really helping when it comes to this. And that umbrella with that softbox right there is doing a good job of making it fit the scene. So, yep, let me have you just, yep, that's perfect. That looks good. That looks real good. Hold up, stay like that. All right. I like that. I like that a lot. All right, let's go. Perfect. I love that. Okay. Perfect. Yep. Yep. Don't hurt yourself. Are you ready? Perfect. All right, so once I finish with the shoot, I'll come into Lightroom. This is always my first step. Now, what I don't want to do is just take you on the actual like color grading and editing and stuff like that, because I want this to really just be strictly on how we do this in Photoshop. So I'm just gonna rush past this, go to Evoto, do some quick edits as well, and then we're gonna go ahead on and start on the part that has to do with us bringing this into Photoshop and adding this to the backdrop. Now, as you can see with those backlights, what I really wanted is to have this light right here on the hair, you know, just everything that's getting her from the back. So that way, once we put it there, it's going to look like she's actually there because the backdrop is so light in the back. Also, take a second to just admire these tattoos. Like, these tattoos are amazing. Either way it go, I just want to show you exactly what I was going for with that. Okay, so now that I'm done with all of this, I'm just gonna highlight all of them, right click, and then we are going to go to edit in Evoto, and then all of our photos should come on over here to Evoto. Okay, so now that we are in Evoto, I'm just gonna hurry up and clean this image up using, you know, their retouching. And then after that, we'll get into the backdrop stuff. So let me do this real quick, and then I'll sync it to everything so everything could be consistent. Now, because she has tattoos, it's really important for me to just go through them and do befores and afters just to check to see if it's doing any type of softening of the tattoo, and if so, then I just mask that out. So that's the reason why I am just going through the whole body where her tattoos are. And like, for instance, it did her nose ring, and I had to, you know, let it know, hey, don't touch that. And right now I see it's kind of doing something right here with this tattoo. So I'll just come here, bring it like that. And then that way we keep the tattoo the way it looks without worrying about that. So let me keep going, and yeah. All right, now if you weren't going to do this, I just want to show you some things, because this used to always be a pain for me to edit. If I'm delivering, let's say, just a photo like this on, you know, clean white backdrop, and it's like this shadow that's right here. So the best thing about Evoto is we could come on over here, hit the distractions, hit the clean backdrop, and that way it get rid of like the floor things when it's dirty on the floor. But then we could hit the unified light, and what I like about this is that's going to clean that up immediately. And you get to bring this lower, and with the lower it's going to, you know, kind of darken it a little bit. But if you bring the luminance up, this is how you could really get that white backdrop. So going from something that looked like that to looking like this, and basically it's just making it all even. Now that is if we were planning on delivering this. Also, I like the color band, because sometimes it does put a color band on different color backdrops, and it'll be like these little lines like that. And I also just find that this color band removal just cleans it up even more. So that's another thing that I would do. Now, as you can see, when I did the color band, it looked at the shadows on the ground as something. You could look at these shadows right here. So actually it wasn't. It probably was, if I had to take a guess, maybe was it the clean backdrop? One of these took the, oh, okay, hold up. Let's come here. Let's take everything away. See, it was the color band. I wasn't tripping. All right, so because this is so important for me for the next step, I'm leaving this option off, because I want every last one of these shadows. It's gonna make our stuff look really good. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead on and just copy this to everything else by selecting everything and then doing sync, and we could choose everything we want to sync. I'm just gonna go ahead on and sync that real quick. Okay, so I'm happy with all of these. Let's go with the one that I'm going to show you how we're going to do, and it's probably going to be this one. I really like this one. All right, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to come on over here. We're going to go to background adjustments, background changer tab, and after we put this down, we are going to make this transparent. Okay, so let's make this transparent just temporarily, just so I can show you what's going on. I'm gonna put this gray backdrop here, right? So if I place this into a backdrop, this is what it's gonna look like. Now, Evoto does a good job, as I always say, better than Photoshop will ever do, which is why this is like a must for me, because even when you look at areas like this little section, it may have kept that in Photoshop, right? So the way that it is cutting this out is perfect. But here's the thing. You don't believe it, or at least I don't believe it. And the reason why I don't is because it's no shadow. So that's the most important thing. You retain the shadows, and this is what Evoto is good at. So earlier when I was showing how I didn't want those shadows gone because I was going to use them for something, this is what I'm going to use it for. So I click this button that says AI retain shadows, and then boom, it gave me some of them, but that's enough. Now, originally it was shadows going that way. It didn't choose to give me those shadows. You can change the amount if you feel like that's too harsh. Keep in mind, we're going to be going on a backdrop that is straight white like this, and we are going to bring this there. Now that looks so much better, if you ask me, than just that. With this, you at least know that you got some shadows from it. Now let's take this back off, put this to transparent, but I only showed you that because with transparent it's kind of hard to see. And we're just going to export this. Actually, I'm going to come over here and do the same thing to all of these. All right, so now that we have all of these transparent, I am just going to highlight all of these. We are going to export, and I will put this in a Bose. I'll just call it Bose for now. Export these out, and once it get done, then we head on over to Photoshop. All right, so now that we are in Photoshop, I'm just going to take this photo, drag and drop it, And what we get to do from here on out, you see it kept that shadow that really helps it to look like it's in place, or it was taken there. We're just going to resize this. And this is the reason why we have to come to Photoshop, is because we cannot resize this actual photo in Evoto. So in order for us to make it make sense, it's important that we resize this to match. We don't want it too big, right? Because then it's like, all right, are you really fitting through a door like that? No, you aren't. So we want to make sure, and that's all relative to placement. If you want her behind it, then she has to be way smaller, right? She has to be like something like this. And then you can even do this by masking these beads out to make it look like they're in front of her, if you want it like that. And that may actually be a good idea. But if you want her to be in front of it, you're gonna bring it this way, and then you gotta have it. And I would say maybe something like this would be good. Best thing about this is, since it's transparent, you can see like those beads between her arm, in case if you wanted to do that. And I would say, honestly, this right here looks good to me. Now, you see how I kept the shadows. This actually looked realistic. This looks like it could be there. Now let's go with the black backdrop as well, right? Because this one was a little different. It's not as blown out. You can see that it's curtains here, where this one is a walkway, meaning it's like a door or something that you could go through. This is like a window. So let's get the photo we want to use for this, which would be one of the black ones. I'm just going to choose one. I'm not going to be picky. Let's go with this one. Now, since it's black, and since it's not a door and it's a window, then we want her relative to the window. So I'll say maybe something like this right here. And all of this is just what you're going to play around with, right? So should we make it a little taller? Maybe something like that. And that same concept of her being lit the way she was to look like it's actually coming from this window, like that's the reason why we did this. Now, could you do this without that being the case? Sure. You could use an old photo and do this if you wanted to. But the thing about it is, if you want it to look realistic to the backdrops, it's good to light it that way. Go in with the intention that that is what you are planning on doing. And just from here, I'll just make some minor adjustments. You know, maybe do a little editing with her and stuff like that. Do some levels, some curves, and I'll show you the final result. If you're interested in grabbing this backdrop pack, all you have to do is go to ryantroyphotography.com/store and grab it there. Currently, it's on sale for $10 for a limited time. Hopefully you like this video, and until the next time, peace.